excited for class with you guys today. I have something just a little different. It's got a little bit more flow aspect than normal. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and it's not too different than our normal, but I was thinking about it and you'll see it's got a really good intention. So make sure your block's not too far away. We'll use it somewhat early on. And then if you guys are ready, go ahead and lay all the way back. So as we're laying down, start to let some huge breaths flow. Good inhales, good exhales. And as we're experiencing the lungs, currently I just have tremendous gratitude for the lungs. There's so many people on ventilators over the last couple of years, and probably before the last couple of years, I never necessarily thought about how grateful I am that my lungs work. Yeah.
25 years I did it.
But currently, I've got so much gratitude that my lungs are pumping air so well for me. They work so well. So just experience that for a moment. Just huge breaths in and out. As you're letting that gratitude fill you up, the big idea that we're going to focus on for class today is some of the meridians that have to do with this season. So in our Chinese medicine system, different elements are associated with different seasons of the year. This currently is the metal season. The the meridian pair that goes along with this has to do with the large intestine and the lung meridians. And these meridians, the majority of them are up and down the arms. There's one that has a branch that goes up to the mouth. There's another one that has a branch that goes down toward the intestines and touching upon the lungs as we go. And so in today's class, in Chinese medicine, in that system, they say that it's important to have extra focus on that meridian pair as we're in this time of year, because that helps to bring more warmth to the lungs, warmth to the body, so that it makes it so that we can kind of push away some sickness, some illness that tends to happen in the next season when we don't have enough warmth going on and circulation going on in the lungs. And so that's kind of the big, huge idea behind our class today. So because of that meridian pair, a big section of our class is going to be focused on arm strength. So that means we'll start off with a couple of our normal core things laying on our back, but we're going to include a lot of more things than normal that have to do with arm strength, to imagine we're sending energy into that meridian pair that's traveling up and down the arms. And so that's the big idea that we're focusing on in our class today. Lots of stretching, lots of strengthening for arms. But with that, to get us started, let's start by taking knees into chest. Let's do a couple of easy rocking motions left and right. Lower back is feeling happy. We're feeling it ground into the earth. So since we're not going to be on our back quite so long, we're going to do a couple of things back to back to back. And then just a nice arm opener. And then we'll head right on to some of our other themes. So first and foremost, what I want us to do is allow the right arm and the right leg to stretch away from one another. And then this left elbow and left knee touch together. And then we're going to just extend back and forth. And exhale, we got one side touching. The exhale, the other side touching. This is good because it's starting to pump some energy already into our arms while we've got that good core action going on. Harder would be the legs are hovering right above ground. Easier is any amount higher up, even up to sky is fine, if that's where our core is today. Take another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Curl in for a moment. And then spread the arms and legs open away from each other like a big X on the ground. Good. So from here, right elbow and left knee are going to touch. And then extend back out to the floor, big X. Same side, right arm, left leg. Or back down. And then we go elbow and knee first, crossing body. And then straight arm, straight leg, same side. And then we switch. Elbow, knee, straight arm, straight leg. Elbow, knee, straight arm, straight leg. Here's 5. And 5. Second side, 5. 5. And 4. 3. Just as much a mind game as anything else. Sometimes exercises are good at that. Here's 2. And 1. Good. Drop the feet to plant close to glutes. Keep the knees glued together. Right leg stretches out. So knees are glued. From there, arms circle up overhead with an inhale. Exhale, flap the arms to the sides like wings. Rise up as high as you can with your back and then back down. Here's 9. 8. Well, those arms warming up. 7. And 6. Here's 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Let the knee bend. Take a breath or 2. Arms just stretching up overhead. Good warm up, right? we don't always kick into class this full gear right away, so I love it. Okay, left leg extends out. Take your inhale breath. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, doing awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Bent knee, hands on the floor by the hips. Let's take 5 bridge poses. So inhale, hips lift. Let's even reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms lower, hips lower. Another 4. And down. 3. 2. 1. And then with the arms staying down, do one more lift of hips nice and high. If you can clasp hands under your back, try to clasp. Even walking shoulders together if you can. This is our first little shoulder stretch after all that warming up we've just done. So really feel the hips lift. Another 3 breaths. Especially pay attention to how much, when the body's warming up like this, how much can we breathe into lungs? 2. 1 last breath. Good. Release arms, roll hips down. Let's allow bottoms of feet to touch together, knees open out like cobbler's pose. And then grab onto each elbow. The elbows rise up overhead. Feel how that stretches through the shoulders very gently. And And then let the elbows take a little circle. So it's not going to be a full circle, just a half circle. So pull the elbows over to the right side. You'll start to feel that rotate that left shoulder through its joint. It's a slow journey. Eventually, elbows end up down toward belly button. And then reverse back the same way you came. So pull through the right to come back up overhead. Good. And then take the second half. So pull to the left. That stretches the right shoulder. Work its way through the joint until gradually elbows are at belly button. And then circle back through the side. And up overhead. Separate the grip so elbows are opening out like football goalposts. Good. And then from here, slide the left leg long on the ground. Hug the right knee in. Pull that right knee as deep as you can, even if that means the knee has to go a little wider. The idea here is giving the intestines a little massage. So it's like we're activating that part of the meridian. So gently hug it in. Good. And then let that leg cross over the body into a twist. Really focus on right arm stretching up to the right. And that right arm is going to take a full circle. So slowly circle the hand up overhead on the ground. Roll through the side. The fingers might trace past the knee. Then down across the hip. It'll open eventually back up to start. Don't feel rushed if you're still on the journey. But when you've done that circle up overhead, then reverse it so the circle drops down toward the hip. Eventually travels around and all the way up. Whenever you finish, and no rush to get there, but enjoy a few bonus breaths breathing into lungs right now. Good. Let's ease out of this half. Slide the right leg long to ground. Left knee comes in. Pull that knee, even if it goes a little wider than normal, pull it in really tight to try to get some surface area of the thigh to massage the intestine. Okay, cross it over the body, twist. Really establishing left arm straight out to left. And when you're ready, slowly take your circle all the way around. Maybe this first one was up high. 10 circles around. Full shoulder joint. When you finish the first direction, sooner or later, no rush if you're still on it. Eventually take the other direction. Falling back open when you get there, exploring the lung breath. How much can that lung really inflate? Good inhale. Nice exhale. As we ease our hips out, maybe take a hand onto each knee. 2 or 3 more breaths, just rocking easy for that low back. Let's do a couple of rolling like a ball actions as we get our way up to a seated place. So if you want to take 4 or 5, that's fine. If you want to just do 2 or 3, that's fine. You choose. Good. We're coming to an easy cross leg shape, whatever that looks like. Let's grab onto our block. going to be one of our first big things that warm this up. This is also, I promised you a little bit of flowing stuff later. This is something we're going to include in our flow later on. So this first one is really to help us establish what it is that we're doing. So hands are on the sides of the block. The elbows are wide so that when you push into the block, you're feeling the biceps pop out and you're feeling the pectoralis muscles start to engage. So really start to push. When people push, sometimes I notice them not breathing. So make sure you're still breathing. And what we're going to do is start off at a low height. We're going to say about belly area. We're going to take one cycle, slowly traveling up to our tall height. It might be forehead height. It might be above crown of head. Different for everybody based on your shoulder flexibility. But when we've made it up to the tall height, keep on pushing as we slowly lower it back down. We're going to raise back up one more time and stay. Pressing. Here, push even harder if you can. We're going to try to stay for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, 1, and slowly drop down to the low height. We're still pushing at low height. Last segment here. So push even harder if you can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last moment, 1, and release. Good work. Let those arms do a huge circle, forward, up, and back. And reverse. Good. And let's take a cobbler for just a moment. Spine relax forward. If you've got low back tightness, maybe your shoulders are wiggling a little bit left and right. If you've got neck tightness, maybe it's your neck. It's easing just a little bit left and right. So we rise back up, let the knees come up. You've either got an easy variation, hands are behind you and you're just pressing back and forward, or the harder variation is with the hips lifted, doing the full tricep dip. So we're gonna aim for about 10 of those. You choose the variation. You can also double your pace if you wanna add in a lot more, but let's take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, glutes down. Tuck the left foot in, the right leg straightens out in front. Just easy warming up for that shoulder still. Inhale, the arms will float up. Exhale, arms back down. Take another 4, 3, 2, 1 more up, stay, and this time tilt. Okay. So switching the legs out, another 5 rounds with our arms. belly up. Exhale back through the sides. I also like this because this really inflates our lungs. Here's 3, 2, last one, stay and tilt forward. One more good inhale. Exhale. Let's rise up. And take the legs underneath us. We're going to do just a couple of rounds of the cat-cow, but focus on the shoulder blades, continuing to warm them up. So when we do the cat, shoulder blades are trying to go away from one another. When we do the cow, try to squeeze shoulder blades together, warming that area up. Take another 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Spine back to neutral. We're taking dolphin pose. Lower down to both elbows. One hand makes a fist, the other hand hugs around the fist. We're tucking the toes, lifting the hips up, and walking the toes in a couple of steps. This first one, we're just going to try to stay and breathe. If you ever need to drop down to knees, that's okay. I'm going to try to stay for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Soften the knees down. A variation of puppy pose to help our shoulders. The left arm comes across parallel to top of mat. The right arm stretches forward, and this one helps you really just rest the head down and sink that right shoulder down into the stretch. So a couple of breaths there. And switch out the arms. The right folds in, the left extends out. Okay, so as you slide your hands underneath you to press back up, let's come up to a high kneeling spot. Back strokes to help warm up arms. Also, this is good for quads, so arms out in front. Some people like to tuck toes, some people not, just whatever feels like it's helping you stay here the best. But we travel one arm up and back, and then return forward. Second arm. I like to do the exhale as I stroke back, and then inhale, return. Let's take another 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2. Last one each. Beautiful. And lowering the hands down, make sure your block is closer to top of that. That way it'll be there when we need it in a little bit. But one more thing before a down dog. You can either take this easy option, which is going to be child pose to cobra. You're going back and forth 5 times. Or you could do down dog to up dog. So you choose which feels better. Take your time going through 5 sets. Shoulders still getting warm, maybe even a little tired by this point. You'll help me know whenever you've reached your 5th one by staying in your down dog shape. Okay, so let's float our right leg up to sky. We're stepping right foot in between hands. Back heel down. Arms raised up in a warrior 1. From warrior 1, imagine there's something heavy in the sky. We're grabbing onto it, pulling elbows through the side so we're squeezing back muscles. And then feather light float up with inhale. Exhale, grab and pull 9. And float. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Feather float back up. Open up warrior 2. Let's do 10 arm circles each direction when you get there. So when you're ready, here's 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little break with extended side angle. Right elbow to right thigh. Left arm starts up and over. Will that shoulder get a chance to stretch long, the whole meridian engaged. And then you're taking that left hand, place it at your low back. For me, I like to try to see if I can kind of inch my fingertips toward the hip crease. But either way, wherever your hand ends up, that top shoulder and that left shoulder, try to rotate it back just a little bit. It's a little bit more of a stretch for that shoulder area after the work it just did. Good. Open back up, warrior 2. Turn the toes to the long edge of the mat, clasp hands behind the back, and really pull both arms behind you as the arms try to straighten. And let yourself bow forward with that hand clasp. Okay, hands can drop to floor. Give it 2 or 3 more breaths. Slight bend to the knees. Roll the spine up. Take a goddess pose squat, toes turn out. We're just holding in that squat position. From here, arms come open to each side, left and right. Make a thumbs up shape. Pump the thumbs up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Straighten the legs, heel toe the feet in. Usually once will be pretty good. And then pivot the toes all the way up to top of mat. We're taking a nice break with pyramid for a moment. So 2 straight legs. If you want to use your block here for pyramid, that's fine. If you want to use fingers to floor, that's fine. Just a chance to give those legs some length after the work they've done. Little easy breaths. We're gonna go to standing split with the back leg lifting up and down 5 times. So if you want to use the block, that's fine. Bump it forward. If you want to use hands on floor, that's fine. But it's left leg floating. So 5 times, big toe touches floor. And then lift it back up as high as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Land the big toes close, heels are slightly separated. Here's where we grab onto our block. Our legs take fierce pose, so bend the knees, sit the hips back, and double check the knees aren't going forward of toes. The hips going back instead. So from here, let's take that same block position we did before. Squeeze into the block. It's at the low height first. Slowly raise it to the tall height. Keep breathing. Slowly back to low height. Up to tall height one more time and stay. So here is 5, 4, keep pushing, 3, keep breathing, 2, 1, one more time, low height. And as hard as you can, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We can set the block down and then circle the arms up to sky. Hands to heart. A brief stretch, clasp hands behind back. Take hands to the right hip or right waist, and then right ear to right shoulder. Head up. Hands to left hip, left ear to left shoulder. Head up. As the hands release, let's circle arms up to sky. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we're traveling back to plank. This can be kneeling plank or full plank. What we're going to do from plank is 10 times pulsing the elbows bent and then straight. It's not going to be necessarily a full push-up because it's going to be 20 really quick pulses. So whatever you can do. Here is 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Lower down. As we're down, the right arm goes at a straight angle off to the right side. The right cheek is down. Press into the left hand. Maybe the hip stack, maybe the top leg traces back. You're just trying to open up that right shoulder for a couple of breaths. For me, I like to have the hand right about that shoulder height behind my back. Okay, let's take it to the left arm. Swing that left arm to the left. Press until you feel the stretch. Good. Up to kneeling. And we'll do a dolphin pose. With this dolphin pose, we'll go back and forth between the hips being in more of an up shape and then the head going more forward. I'm going to count 10 of those. If you want to go 10 faster than me, that's fine. If you want to do less than 10, that's fine. Do whatever you can. So set up the dolphin, hips high, and head forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, amazing work, 1, good. As you lower down, if you want a child pose for a breath or two, that's fine. If you're ready for second side, let me know at any point by going to the down dog. You guys are doing good. We're doing awesome. Good. Always know you can take breaks in Yogilates. That's never going to be an issue. Even if you're just dropping the child pose for a little while, that's okay. But if you're ready for second side, let the left leg float for a moment. And step it in between hands, back heel down. Okay, let's take this warrior one. It's nice to know we only have one more side left. Okay, so grab something, pull it down, exhale, feather that in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold feather light up. Exhale, warrior 2. Got 10 arm circles. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extended side angle. Left elbow rest down. This right arm stretches up and over. Feel that full extension through the meridian. Right hand at the low back, maybe inching fingers toward the hip crease. But whatever we're doing, the shoulder, that top shoulder rotates open and back. Okay, warrior 2. Turn toes to the long edge, 2 straight legs, clasp hands behind back. Roll the shoulders open and back as you try to straighten elbows and then bow forward. Release hands down if you're ready. Maybe the grip on ankles or reaching through floor helps to elongate legs and spine. Soft bend to knees, roll up. Toes turn open, knees bend, goddess. Arms are at each side, thumbs up. Pumping up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, heel toe in maybe once. Turn the toes all the way forward, hips all the way forward. As we're bowing into pyramid, maybe you're using block, maybe just floor, your choice. Let's bump our way forward to standing split. Right leg is floating. Tap the big toe down, 5, and lift as high as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big toes close, heels slightly separated. Grabbing block. The hips back, make sure the knees don't go past toes. And let's push into the block. Slowly travel up to tall height. Slowly to low height. One more time for the day, tall. You can push even harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly to low height. Even harder the whole way. Last segment with this. Push as hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Let's release. Circle up to sky. One more time. Clasp the hands behind the back. Let's shift hands to right hip or right waist, right ear down. Set up. Hands to left, left ear down. Up, release the arms. Inhale, circle up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, travel the feet back to plank. This time adding a little bonus. Right hand floats up to sky. And then left hand. 4 more each. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last 1 and 1. Kneeling plank or not for the 20 pulses. Here's our last thing. You got this. Here's 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We made it to sweating, so good job. As we lower down, this time instead of the right arm going straight, take the right arm into a 90-degree angle. Right arm set up that way, right cheek is down. Again, press into left hand, lifting that hip maybe. At this point, we can start slowing down, so really enjoy how it is to breathe in the lungs. Okay, we're gonna switch to the left arm. Take it over to that side. 90-degree angle. Maybe hip stack, maybe not. This one's a little different than the straight arm variation. One more inhale. Exhale. Ease out and come to kneeling. I'm going to explain this before we go into it. It's another variation of puppy pose. That way when you're in it, you're not confused. The idea is it's like a puppy pose, but this time instead of our arms stretching back like we just did, it's going to have a crossed shape. So you can either cross under the chin if you like that, or it can be a cross above the head. So there's kind of two different ways based on how high up or how low that other hand is. So we start from a kneeling spot, hands just right under shoulders. Step the right hand in front of the left hand. Left shoulder threads through, trying to rest on ground. And then that right arm either does the low cross under the chin or the high cross as it continues to walk off the mat to that left side. Okay, slide the right hand in front of face to press into it. As we're back up at kneeling, let's do that cat-cow with a shoulder blade focus. So shoulder blades are underway, and then shoulder blades squeeze. Good, neutral. Left hand steps in front of right hand. Right shoulder threads under and through. And left hand continues to walk up the right side of the mat. Okay, left hand in front of face. We're neutral. Do that shoulder blade one more time. Shoulder blades up and away. And shoulder blades squeeze. Let's come to sit. As we sit, we can either have right shin stacked on top or right leg in front. You get to choose. Whatever's comfortable. Then a little tiny, and if the knee's up, you can always take a block to just help it rest. We're gonna do a little thing for our wrists. So both hands are in fists, the thumb areas together, and then we're rolling the surface area of the wrist around to create a full circle. So we're gonna go 5 in the first direction. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse the circle direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right elbow under left like an eagle's arm. Try to take a moment to just explore whatever the shoulders or the neck needs. So it might be a twisting action, it might be an elbow lifting action, it might be elbows forward, spine back, whatever feels good for a moment. It could just be movements with the neck. Just ease whatever feels really tight here, creating spaciousness there. You're welcome to stay a bit longer, or at any point release the arms and just slide forward and through so our hips and legs get a couple of breaths with a nice stretch. Okay, as we rise up, let's switch out the legs. Fist, And 5 rolls each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left elbow under. Again, take some time to do any things that feel useful for the tight spot. You can stay here a bit longer, or at any point release, slide forward and through. We're ready to ease up. If there's last stretches we need before Shavasana, we can take them. Could be something seated, it could be a happy baby or a twist on our back. Just whatever last things might feel useful for our body. There's no rush here. Some people might be moving for another couple of minutes. Some people might be ready to be in Shavasana already. So the thing I would like you to think about when you're ready to head into your Shavasana is openness across the meridian that travels up the arm. So for me, that means the arms are open to each side, the fingers are relaxed. And I'm just imagining kind of almost like a tingly sensation, just so much energy traveling up and down the arms. Also imagine those lungs. We checked in with them perhaps just experimenting with how big we can inflate them at the beginning of class. And so notice, especially with this extra warmth in the body, notice how deep the lungs can fill up now. So with these meridians super open, the breath just flowing for a few minutes. Let's allow ourselves a few moments of rest. Just breathe. You begin to deepen inhales, deepen exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out in ways that feel really good. Anybody wants a fetal position, you're welcome to take it off to the side. Enjoying as long as it takes to come back to presence, back to the body. Maybe 2 or 3 good breaths until you're ready to rise. So here with hands at our heart, we again reconnect with our gratitude for our lungs. Gratitude for this practice, warming up, strengthening and stretching these meridians. Gratitude that that little boost will lead us forward into greater health and greater happiness as we maintain warmth in the lungs and in the intestines. Warmth that will keep us well in the coming cold days. So with this little boost to lead us forward, let's wrap up the time we shared together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.